717, turn right, heading 185, reduce speed 180 knots.
185 on the heading, 180 on the Takeoff Air 007.
Speedbird 124, reduce speed 160 knots to 40 me.
Reduce 160 to 4, speed 124.
Hi there guys, Matt here and welcome back to another P3D video. It's very late on for me actually, just approaching 20 past midnight. But it's a Friday night, and every Friday on VATSIM, they, as in VAT USA, even hosts a thing called the FNO, Friday Night Ops, which is where they have a focus, usually focus airfield, but sometimes a focus area. And everybody is invited to fly in. Normally it's between sort of 2300 Zulu and 0400 Zulu. But this weekend is a bit different because they have an event going on for 60 hours straight at Boston. So for the next, 2 and a bit days, we have full ATC definitely in the Boston area, and that will probably extend down the sort of east coast of the US as the kind of bordering FIRs get on board with it and show some support. So I can't actually remember if I've ever flown the 717 on my channel, or as in YouTube. I know I've done it a bunch of times on Twitch, but the 717 is I suppose I should start from the beginning with my love-hate relationship with this plane and how I started very much hating it, and how now it's come to be one of my favorite add-ons for FS or P3D as it would be now. So this is the 717. This is from a company called TFDi or TFDi Designs. It's an American-based company, and they released this 717 after much hype and anticipation a few years back. And when it first came out, it was a bag of rice, and I mean that's being nice. It was not very good at all. The only thing that it really had going for it was the fact that the modeling and the texturing was somewhat decent, but as far as the flight dynamics and the systems and bugs and just general things you would expect for a circa $60 product, it was all over the place. Now everybody gave TFDi Design some credit because it was their very first product, and so I guess you should give people a bit of leeway, especially in a market where we don't really have that much choice. So you kind of want people to do well so that they'll go on in the future and make better things. But here's where the caveat is. Normally with developers that bring out bad quality products, even we'll use black box simulations for example. They bring the product out, everyone tells them how bad it is, and they go one or two ways. They either continue to improve but not actually improve, so they bring out updates which makes the product worse, or they take your money, run, and you never see them again. It's kind of a bit of both with black box. We've had a few updates, but they haven't really improved anything, and now I just have not seen them in so long that, to be honest, with FS Labs and Jar Design, sorry, not Jar Design, Flight Factor and X-Plane, I really have no need for anything black box related. But I digress. That's what usually happens. However, with TFDi Design, they have stuck to it, and they have wanted to create a name for themselves to be people that are competent and can create even solid products, and they've kept at it. And their 1.1 update, which they released not so long ago, is the best update that I have ever seen to an add-on aircraft, considering the state it was in. If you look at the comparison before and after, it is just absolutely fantastic. They've incorporated so many things, and I'm kind of sad I didn't make a video early on. I really don't think I did, because it would have been nice to see the comparison between what I used to hate versus what I absolutely love now. But just flying it nowadays is an absolute dream. It literally does everything that you want it to do. It's completely bug-free, for me at least. It sounds good, it looks good, it performs well, the systems are good, and it is a bit unusual, as in the fact that you look at this, and to all intents and purposes, from the outside, it looks kind of ancient, and you would expect the cockpit or the flight deck to look just as ancient as how sort of dainty and old-fashioned the exterior looks. but it's actually quite a modern aircraft, and the things inside it, well, it makes for very, very comfortable flying. So anyway, if you have the add-on and you've seen it progress through its updates, let me know what you think of it. I think a lot of people now are very, very happy with it. And again, it's definitely done TFDi, well, they've done themselves a huge amount of credit by bringing it to where it is today. So it's a nice job. I'm looking forward to seeing on what they're working next, although apparently they've had some issues with like company structure and stuff like that. So let's hope they come out the other side of that and bring us some cool things in the future. Anyway, so I'm on the ground here, LaGuardia in New York, and this is quite possibly my favorite airport IRL. And I don't know why. I've flown out of here maybe 10 times now, and in as well 10 times in real life. And every single time it's just, I think it's a mixture of the views of New York, Manhattan. It's the size of the airport itself. It's very small, so it's easy and it's very quick, at least I've found, to get in and out of customs. And also the runways are very small as well. So when you're doing things like, you know, I've flown as far as Chicago and down to Orlando. So, you know, they're not exactly short flights. And these jets that they fly in and out of here, you know, the Embraers and the small Airbuses, they need a lot of power to get out. And they do show it. There's actually a video. I don't know where it is. It's probably on my Twitch channel. I departed here in a Delta Connection, whatever it's called, airline, Embraer 175, like the little jungle jet. And I, like, completely under-anticipated the acceleration. And I was leaning forward in my seat, and the pilot did, I can't remember the technical term for it, but it's where they stand on the brakes, they spool up, and then they, when they're at 100% power, they let go of the brakes. And he did that. And I flew back in my seat because I was trying to record, and the mechanism which tilts my chair back and forth, it just completely snapped. And so in the climb, they had to reseat me because they couldn't allow me to sit in the seat that where it wouldn't come all the way forward. So there you go. That's a funny story, but whatever. I digress. Again, my favorite airfield. We are on the ground here, and we're heading up to Boston. I don't know where else we will be going, considering I've just ranted about the event that's going on. As I said, 717. We're going to be on VATSIM. I'll show you all the planning and stuff like that. And hopefully we'll be in for a pretty nice flight. The weather is reasonable at the moment. I was looking at the map just a couple of moments ago. There's some cloud, etc., but there's nothing as far as heavy rain or storms or anything like that. The eastern side of the US got absolutely nailed with storms kind of the last week or so, but it seems to have cleared up. So I reckon it's just going to be a night of a busy traffic and some hopefully some quality ATC. I think Boston remains to be one of my favorite ARTCs to fly in and out of on VATSIM. They really have got their shit together, which is nice. So we will head over to PFPX. We will start the planning process. Hopefully you can see this. I was aware when I was making the last video that sometimes it gets a little bit odd with what it captures. I can't show my whole desktop because it would break the recording software, but we'll see what we can do. So before I do that, actually, I just need to quickly run into Project Fly and grab a booking. Because if I don't do that, then I won't know what the flight number is. So let me just quickly do that. So we're going from LGA to KBOS. And I'm looking for a flight that departs about now. So we'll go with Delta 2687. That works for me. So, flight DL 2687 from KLGA to KBOS. It's only going to take an hour. It's a really short flight. I hopefully won't need to do very much editing in this because, I mean, an hour video is what people are used to anyway. Random payload, we're flying November 891 Alpha Tango. Everything is set there. There were some profiles on the TFDi forum for it, so hopefully this will match up. Find destination alternates. I don't know what it's going to give us. I reckon Manchester's. I think that's Manchester. Yeah, it is. We'll find the route. So routing LaGuardia direct to Calverton, and then direct to Oscar Romeo Whiskey. I don't know if that is a good route or not. I will actually go on FlightAware really quickly and see if I can validate it. That's usually the best way I find of finding US-based routes. If you want to find the correct one, at least the one that's being flown right now, then just go into FlightAware, go into Google, type the flight number in, and it will give you a link to FlightAware, and you'll be able to go from there. Apparently this flight number is wrong. I don't know why. LaGuardia, Boston, Delta. Right, yeah, FlightAware is giving us the following route. Merritt, Roebuck 3. Well, that's different. So we'll just paste that in instead. Merritt, Roebuck 3. No idea what runway. The real one took off of... didn't say. Doesn't really matter. We'll get that assigned. So we'll print that off. We'll get it sent to VATSIM. We'll get it all filed up. And then we shall get clearance and get out of here. I don't know if there's any company routes for this. I'd imagine not. But it does not really matter. So, I got to remember how I fly this thing. It has been a while. There's a little EFB tablet thing, which is... I can't remember where it is. There it is, that thing there. And it opens up here. Now, I don't know if I have to set the... I don't know if I have to set the 0 fuel weight and stuff in the manager. I think I do. So I need to go to all programs, then TFDi. I'll just search for it. TFDi add-on manager. Run that as admin. Okay. So 0 fuel weight is at the top here. It needs to be 89,500. So we'll just type that in like so. And the fuel up to Boston is going to be, block fuel is 5,700 pounds. I'll take 6,000 pounds just to be on the safe side. I'll just click those a few times. There we go. Perfect. And that's fine. I think it does the CG by itself. So cool. All right. So let's see. Overhead panel. That's usually a good place to start. Turn the volume up a smidge. Actually, the volume seems okay where it is. We'll leave it as it is. So we'll put the IRSs onto nav, like so. Now, if I'm not doing this the correct way, like if there's a flow, then I do apologize, but whatever. Get it from A to B, that's all I'm interested in. So the IRSs are on nav as so. We can go down here to the FMC. Click this, FP init, and speaking of initializing flight plans, I need to load the active Sky one, which I've just done. So we're going from KLGA to KBOS. Return, initialize IRS. The alternate is MHT, so Manchester. And then flight number is Delta 2687, as we filed. Cruise level, flight level 250. We have the winds 292 at 81 knots. Oh wait, no, that's not what you do. The temperature and the wind. Okay, so the temperature is, no, that's the ISA. Let me check the temperature. TOC. Where are you at? Okay, so it's a tailwind of 43. Actually, I'm probably going to have to put a / there. Nope, clearly I have no idea what I'm doing here. There must be a way. What's the temperature? -78 is the temperature. So if we do -78, will that go in? C? I actually don't know. You know what? Forget that. I'll just put the cost index in. There will be a way to do it. It'll just be me being absolutely dumb. Alright, okay, so all of this stuff, I think you can just right-click it and let it do it. No, you can't, but you can click this and then go to status, Zero fuel weight 89.5, so we can just put 89.5, zero fuel, and the TOCG is 13.6, and the takeoff gross weight, no, I won't calculate that. Will it give me there? Gross weight 95.5. But that's technically not correct, because you would lose some fuel on the taxi. So I'll do 90, I'll just do 95 and see what happens. Alright, let's just pretend that that's okay. Yeah. I'm mad about this though. Like, if I did something like this, no, I'm not gonna win, am I? Alright guys, you know what to do. Comment section, how do I do that? Someone will know. Or is it not modeled? Maybe it's not modeled and that's the whole reason why. So, let's, now everything is set up to that extent. LaGuardia Tower is 18.7, so we'll give them a call. And we'll get a clearance, and then we'll figure out the rest as we go. This is too loud, I do apologize. Is it called LaGuardia Tower?
Some pop up give way to the 737 coming out of Juliet.
There's traffic. No way.
Okay, I'll give way to the 737, so.
Alright, so the information Bravo. LaGuardia Tower, good evening, Delta 2687 with Bravo IFR to Boston.
Delta 2687 break, Southwest 496, clear across runway 22 on Papa. Clear across runway 22 on Papa, Southwest 496, thank you. Delta 2687, clear to the Boston Airport by the 10-6 departure. Radar vectors merit and as filed. Climb by SID, expect flight level 210, 10 minutes after departure. Departure will be on 135.9 squawk 1107.
Cleared to Boston, 10-6, radar vectors merit, and then as filed, climb via the SID. I will expect flight level 210, 10 after departures 35.9, squawk 1107, Delta 2687.
Delta 2687 readback is correct. Push the stars at your discretion. Call ready for taxi.
We'll call for taxi, Delta 2687. Okay, perfect. So, transponder is 1107. And the departing runway with the ATIS was 13. So I'll go flight plan, LGA SID, and it's the tennis 6 departure, runway 13. Now we can insert that.
Southwest 496, flight at tennis 6 departure, 050
after tennis,
13.
it's just direct to merit.
Flight tennis 6, clear to take off, runway 13, Southwest 496.
You might be able to pick the Roebuck departure up from merit, to be honest. Let me just try something. Yeah, of course you can. Right, okay, so we'll insert that. And we'll just leave that because it's radar vectors to merit, so it means we won't go any further than that, which is fine by me. Everything is fine there. We got 18k as a transition altitude, and the flex to temp. We can do 40. Do flap 15. And we can put the slope in, which I think it should model. No, maybe not. 0.0 / the wind is 0406, so maybe it'll let me do that. Perfect. And it's 4 degrees C. And there's your speeds. It does it for you. 131 is the V2. I reckon that is about ready from an FMS point of view. So the way that this works, from what I remember, is that in conventional Boeings you would set... My phone is going off. Let me just put that on mute. Why are people texting me at 20 to 1 in the morning? Leave me alone. Okay, so the way that this works, supposedly, is that, like, with a conventional Boeing, you would set MCP to, like, V2 or V2 plus a figure. Because this thing just runs on FMS speed, you just leave it as is. Still have to set the heading and, obviously, the altitude and stuff. But as far as the speed goes, you just keep it like that. So, we are going to have a look at the charts, which are right here. So I'll click the favorite, LaGuardia. We are going to go first of all and get the runway heading. So runway 13, which is here, is 134. So I'm just setting that really quickly. 134. Okay, SID, tennis 6. Here it is. Really easy. 134 to intercept. This microphone is so bad.
So that's 496.
I'm going to turn the ATC volume down a little bit because it's going to deafen me and probably you. So 134, and then it's climb heading 134 to intercept course 050 to cross Jutes at or above 3000, then track 039 to tennis, and then at or above 5000 at tennis, leave it, head 045, and the top altitude is 5,000 feet, which I will set right now. Everything else is relatively straightforward. Returning away from JFK, so it's not as if you're going to smash into any JFK. You've got White Plains to the north. It's relatively simple. If you're routing via Merritt, you can expect vectors on the 055 radial out of LaGuardia, so it's like kind of this way, up towards Merritt, which is up there. And we've already got the departure frequency, which is 35.9. Just go back to the airport chart a minute, take a quick look at the taxi to runway 13. So we're currently parked over here somewhere. It's like near spot 25, spot 22, around this way. So they'll take us via Alpha and then cross 22, 1 Golf maybe, up to the end. It's a really straightforward airport. Okay, I'll do for a quick scan of what we need to do. Alright, so overhead panel, let's just make sure everything is set. So the IRSs are good. The hydraulics need to come on. Let's keep coming down. We can put the air on. We can put the APU to start, which it will do now. The PAX auto. Isolation valve is also auto, and so are the bleeds. Coming across, everything is fine there.
Okay, aborting takeoff.
We'll put the left and the right fuel pumps on. There's nothing in the center. Coming further down, dome lights on, but we'll keep that on for now. Emergency lights armed. Smoking, seatbelts on, and everything else is fine. The doors are open, which is okay. We can fix that. We just go to exterior and close the doors. And we are also going to get GSX to push us back.
Okay, no problem. Bravo, Papa 213, 27 Papa.
The APU will be available shortly.
Like to do intersection departure at Alpha, 6,000 passenger feet available, or Romeo.
I actually don't think it started. Let's try that again. I didn't have the fuel pumps on.
Actually, Romeo.
There you go. Now it's starting. Okay, I'm going to turn off the dome light. Everything's going to go a bit dark. I've got some floodlights on here. I'm going to also set the flight number here. So it's 26 87. If I ever forget the number, I can just put lights down. Alright, put the VOR on the left, VOR on the left, VOR on the right. We're going to take some traffic, some data, and that's fine for now. The other side, we can do VORs again, data, traffic, and we want terrain, which is going to go in quite nicely there. These textures are so bad. I don't know why they're so low quality. Okay. We will actually remove the decision height to 0, and we'll do it on the other side as well. He says, I can't see it. Where is it? Ugh. Oh, actually, I think you can only set it on one side. That's interesting. Alright. Okay, APU gen needs to come on, like so. And we can turn the external power off. Perfect. Which means now we can disconnect the ground power unit and remove the cones and the chocks. We can also get rid of this tablet thing. And then we can go over here and we can switch the beacon light on. Now we have removed the doors as well. And he did say push and start was our own discretion, which is perfect. I'm going to kickstart Project Flight. See that come on the screen.
Departure check completed. Bypass bin inserted. Release parking brakes.
Perfect. Okay. Parking brake released.
Push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Put this on test while we're pushing back.
Monitor radar display.
Put the transponder on.
Go around. Wind shear ahead. Wind shear ahead. Wind shear ahead.
Okay. So, starting the engines. Before we do that, let me just change the audio, because it's going to trigger me if you can't hear the engines, but you can hear ATC blasting down my ear. That'll do. Alright, so here is how I remember it goes. That's that. That's why is there no click spot for the flood in the middle? So it's all about bleed pressure, right? So if we look right now, we have, well, first of all, let me turn the dome back on because I actually can't see anything. So bleeds at the moment are auto, packs are auto, isolation valve is auto. Now, if I turn this to the air page, there's 38 psi in the right and nothing in the left, but that's just because of the way the APU is running. So if this is like a game that I play, when anytime you have trouble trying to start an engine, you can just do this. So if you turn off the right pack like so, and then watch what happens. You see the bleed in the right goes up to 41. And you need more than 30 to start it, so I think it's 30 anyway. Turn the left one off, see what happens. Well, nothing happens. So let's try and close the isolation valve. Right, I've closed the isolation valve, look what happens. The left engine now is coming online too. So, to all intents and purposes, this configuration, we can start the aircraft. So, to start it is really simple. You go to the... where is it? Here it is. You go to the engine start pump on, ignition auto or on, it doesn't really matter. And then you just pull the starter. And then you wait for the N2. I think it needs to get to like 18 or something, give or take. And then once you get to 18, you flick the fuel in. And you'll see eventually we'll get some sort of fuel flow. It's at 0 at the moment, but there you go. TGT is coming online, and you can actually hear, listen to that hum. So nice.
Okay, 040, making departure. Thanks for waiting.
Fuel flow would be nice at some point, please. Oh my. I just spilled my drink everywhere. Nevertheless, you've got fuel flow. So, there you go. Now the starter's extinguished, which is perfect. And you'll see now that the bleed flows back to normal. So, we can start engine number 1. Like so.
Minimums.
I don't know why it's doing that. It's very weird. Okay, so N2's rising. Maybe it wasn't 18. Maybe it's like 25 or something. I have no idea. Maybe it's 22. I can't remember the exact value. I'll go for 22. There you go. Yeah, well, the TGT fired straight away at 22, so maybe it is 22. Alright, we could actually, technically we should put this right hand side, whatever it's called, ECAM thing, onto the engine page so you can see the other values. But you can see everything's coming online. The sounds are superb, absolutely superb. So yeah, it's in a nutshell. Like, you know, we fly so many different add-ons, and if you've got an amazing memory, then you'll have the start procedures for every single one of them down to a T. But I don't, and I'm getting old, which means that my memory's terrible. So all you need to do is find where especially if it's an aircraft that requires bleed to start, which basically most of them do. Just get the bleed system sorted, and then you can pull the starter and it will work. Okay, so that's engine 1 and 2, both started up. Now we need to concentrate on the passengers. So we concentrated on the engine, but now we need to concentrate on the circulation of air in the cabin. So we can put the isolation valve back to auto and turn the left and the right pack back on. And you'll see now all the system goes green. You'll hear the reset fan kick back in, and everything will go a bit quieter. Good stuff. Alright, back up to the overhead. Now we need to just reverse everything we've done. So starter pump can go off. We are done with the APU. So the generators on the left and right by proxy, as long as they're in the on position, should be good to go. If there's any warnings, the easiest way to do it is to just reset. You'll see it'll go back to APU, switch it on, it'll extinguish the light, you know that it's running on the right generator. So APU gen off, like so, and we'll turn the air off, and we'll turn the APU master off as well. We can put the galley on now so the flight attendants can prepare coffee or whatever they want to do with the electrical power stuff back there. Okay, now over this way we can check the config stuff. So if we click on status, like so, you can see the predicted even wind shear is fail. So first of all, let me just turn the weather on to weather, and we'll also push that so we've got weather like that, and we'll tilt it up by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see in the bottom right. Oh, it's actually only tilted by 1. What am I doing? Let's go all the way up to 4. 4.3, that's fine. The predicted wind shear is fine as soon as you turn the weather radar onto the weather. Some other aircraft like the A320, whatever, they have the PWS, the predicted wind shear system is separate. And then the windshield anti-ice needs to come on, so that's up here. It's just that one there. Just turn that on, and then I'll get rid of that. Okay, so as far as flaps go, we want to use 15, so we're going to use dialer flap, which is this here. So what you do is you set the flap to whatever value you want. So we keep scrolling. and you'll see that that is now set to 15. And then all you do is you select, I can't remember how to do it, P3D, there you go. So that's just your slats, and if you look on the, I think it's the status page, no, not status, config, yeah, there you go. Config, no, that's not that one. Hydraulics, I don't know which page it is. There's one where you can see the flight controls. It's not the ND, that's for sure. MISC, nah. I reckon it's... No, it was config, wasn't it? Yeah, wow, I'm so retarded. Okay, yeah, you can see, so if I then do the flight control check, you can see the ailerons, elevators, move up and down, and of course the rudder as well. So at the moment we just got slats out, so that's 0, and then 13 will bring the flaps out to 13. You can see the number here. Now to get to 15, just press it once more, and it will go to the dialer flap setting, which is that one. So that's that. Next is to arm the spoiler, or speed brake, whatever you want to call it, and then the last thing for me is the stabilizer trim. We need 6.6 units, and you can see it in the middle of the configuration at the top there. It takes a little while to get there, but once you're there, it'll go green. And we're looking for this bar, a bit like the MD-11 here. This bar here should go green when you're ready to go, or when you're ready to take off even. You can actually taxi without it. Alright, so dome light definitely off now. I'm happy with that. We need some landing lights, or lights to illuminate the ground, which I can't see, so we'll do nose lights, and do we have any turn-off lights? Is it these? Are these turn-offs? Yeah, look at that, nice and bright. Okay, perfect. So if I release the brakes now, you'll see that goes green, which basically means that we're set. I don't know where's this light coming from? Is this just like dynamic lights or something, or is it? I don't like this light that we have here, it's annoying me. Okay, we'll go back to the engine page. And of course, my chase plane controls are not bound to the right bit of my joystick, so let me just fix that really quickly. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to change view. And that one is that one. Perfect. Okay. Bit of power. Now these things, you say a bit of power, it actually takes quite a bit of power to make these things move and keep them going. You hear that with the engines? That's nearly 45% N1. Pretty insane. Okay, so you'll see on the end, on the PFD at the moment, everything is white, if you will. That's fine for now, but we need to do some things before we take off, just to make sure that when we get into the sky, we don't run into any problems with nav. So, I need to look at the chart first, just to see where we are. So we're alpha short of Mike, or the other way around. Let's see. Yeah, Mike short of alpha. So it's actually spot 26. Tower Delta 2687, spot, it's either 24 or 26, request taxi.
Delta 2687, runway 13, taxi by Mike Bravo Papa, cross runway 22.
Runway 13, Mike Bravo Papa, and we'll cross 22, Delta 2687. Alright, so to get there, it is Mike, and then we need to get onto Bravo, so we'll just do a quick right here and then a left. And then we're going to go all the way past, or all the way parallel to runway 13, which is the departing runway. Some brakes in the turn. Beautiful. Alright, so what we can do is we can hit the following. Nav. And there you go. Now nav is armed. And that's all you need to do. You could hit the profile as well. You could hit the profile too to arm the vertical profile, but all I care about is making sure that we make the actual turn, because otherwise New York departure will be pissed. So, departure frequency is 135.9. So we'll pre-tune that. And that is everything ready to go. If I had a checklist, you'd find that all the items are pretty much good. Nothing is screaming at me that we've done wrong. You would know about it. This would not be green. It's a very intuitive even aircraft. Like I said when I started the video, from the outside you would not expect it to have this much technology inside. It's very impressive. The other thing that this aircraft has, which is this. If you turn on the strobe, which is called the high int, and then you look on the wing, you'll notice that there is no strobes. This is as far as I know, it's a customer option. So you can either have it so that the strobes, when you press them, just come on, or you can have it so that they're always set to on, or always in the moonlit configuration like that. And then they automatically come on when you're in the sky. And I'm pretty sure that's how they keep them. So if we were in a jet, we would be turning the strobes on right now, because we're crossing the active, or one of the actives. Just turning on the transponder. There's nothing on final. And we are ready to go. They added wing flex in the latest update, which is a very welcome addition. They've added so many things, but wing flex is one of the big things. Delta 2687, ready to go.
Delta 2687, flight 10-6 departure, wind 050 at 6, runway 13, clear for takeoff.
10-6, clear takeoff, runway 13, Delta 2687. Alright, landing lights coming on. You'll see them light up in a minute. There you go, there's the other one.
Good evening, LaGuardia, Delta 30, IFR Atlanta with Delta.
Delta 1130, LaGuardia Tower, you have to do the same for Delta. Clear to Atlanta Hartfield
So,
Airport.
way to take this off.
6 departure, right over there's Lana and asphalt.
It's got an auto thrust system. Okay, so power's coming in. There you go. It's flexing to 1.48. Power set. 80 knots. There's V1 and rotate. Also great. Tap the brakes, gear up, pitch to a reasonable level. Look at that. Look at that. No messing around. Okay. Auto flight. Autopilot's in. Have a look at the amazing views. We can disarm the spoilers.
Delta 2687, contact departure 135.9, have a day.
35.9, Delta 2687, so on.
Stabilizer motion.
2532.
See some of the immersion. Look at the immersion effects. Nice. Alright, so we can retract the flaps now. So we can go flap 0. We can leave the slats out until it's accelerated fully. New York, good evening, Delta 2687, tennis 6 through 3500, climbing 5000.
Delta 2687, New York departure, contact, climb maintain 10,000.
I maintain 10,000, Delta 2687. Alright, slap retract now. We're cleared up to 10. So we'll set that. Climb thrust 10k. Job's a good one. From over here, we can turn off the lights. Like so. Not much to see because it's dark, but that's all good. Now after tennis we get radar vectors, so we're just going to wait for him to give us further. So but actually we're supposed to depart tennis on the heading of 045 if we don't get any further than that, so we'll just go 045.
Yes, yeah, 320, New York departure, turn to score 4 anytime soon, sir. You're probably in LaGuardia's airspace already. Nope, not with me. Alright, Delta 2687, turn heading 060.
Right, 060, Delta 2687. So you right click.
Stabilizer motion.
And 060, heading, done.
Yeah, Sierra 320, would you like to proceed to VFR? You look like you went the complete opposite way. You have a better chance of getting into Boston like that.
Altitude.
Oh yeah, if you want to maintain VFR, I would assume to stay out of the clouds, but maintain 11,000 for now, and give me a right turn heading 090, please.
Alright, 10,000 is upon us.
090.
Even in the dark it looks beautiful. I don't know what this light is though. I need to find where this is coming from. It is triggering me. It has to be somewhere. It's not that. It's not that either. Where?
Hey, Delta 2687, no stream today?
Nah, not today. This is a video, so yeah, say hi.
Hey, good. There you go, there's your handoff. You can contact New York Center for Hire 125.32. Have a good flight.
Will do. 2532 Delta 2687. See ya. Turn that light off for now.
Delta 20, disregard.
Yo, Sunday, good evening. Delta 2687, level 10,000, heading 060.
Delta 2687, New York Center, good evening. Turn left heading 010, vector for in-trail spacing. Climb and maintain 15,000.
Left 010 and up to 15,000, Delta 2687. Alright, 0.
Blue 6130 for level 350.
6130, New York Center, good evening.
And it'll do it itself. Perfect. Now you hear that? On-trail spacing or end-trail spacing. That's usually a indication that, yeah, it's pretty busy, so we're going to vector you around for a while. I still want to know where this bloody light is. I think it's that. This here? I don't know how to turn it off. Like, Why would they just have a panel state with a light that's randomly on over in the overhead? Like it can't be that. But it is that. It's shining right there. How do I turn that off? Let's have a look. If I do this, does that get brighter? Not really.
No, 2687, cleared direct merit, climb maintain 17,000.
Direct merit and climb maintain 17,000. Delta 2687. Direct. Medit. Go.
American 1804, contact
Nav.
Boston Center 134.0, good night.
17. What does that mean?
And last aircraft calling, your lights lighting up but no audio.
Econ climb.
No, 2687, contact Boston Center 134.0.
340 Delta 2687. Yep. Boston Sunny, good evening, Delta 2687.
Altitude.
Just leveling 17,000 direct merit.
No, 2687, Boston Air, climb maintain level 210.
I maintain flight level 210, Delta 2687.
American 1804, Boston Air.
Alright, so we're cleared to a flight level. We will pull for standard. 299-2, set once, set twice. And
American 1804, Boston Center, roger. First 1302, descend and maintain 15,000.
set 3 times.
15,000, Southwest 1302. Boston Center, good evening, JetBlue 2717, with you flight level 220. JetBlue 2717, Boston Center, roger. Break for 275, on the maintain 11,000. The gravity altimeter is 3007. Southwest 1302, traffic 12 o'clock, 5 miles, same direction, Boeing 737. I can't get him to do anything.
This light is really triggering me. I don't know what it is. Look at that TCAS.
Turn to the south. It looks like you have to be doing that. But
Damn. Planes everywhere.
Working around the rest of it again. American 91, descend via the roadblock pre-arrival on my full
What
right
the hell?
27 International Toby.
Oh,
Altimeter 3005.
have I left the lights on?
Alright, descend via the robot.
Damn, I left the lights on.
The speed restriction one more time until Trovey and
Well, that was a cool effect. I didn't even realize you could see out the
American
window.
91, 27 International Toby.
Oh, look at that. Look at the effect.
70 till Trovey.
That's so cool.
Surgeon 02, I clear the traffic, descend via the roadblock pre-arrival on my full right. Also altimeter 3005.
Ow. I just headbutted my microphone.
Roadblock 3, altimeter 3005.
Alright, we are level 21K. Seatbelts off for the next 10 minutes, then you sat down again. Look at the stars. Cue the cold
Number
place on.
2687, 270.
We'll we'll try that again. We'll maintain 270 knots, Delta 2687. Right, let me just turn this tilt down a minute. -2. And he wants us to maintain 270 knots. So we pull. There we go, the 270, and we pull again. Now, let's see if we can do the, let me see if I can actually hard code 270. I don't know what I just did, but that
Delta
wasn't
579,
correct.
descend to the runway to your arrival, runway 4 right, false altimeter 3005.
Sorry, the roadback 304 right, Delta 579.
Divided FMS speed now. Go on. Oh,
American 1804, clear direct
I'm
OD.
so good at this.
Maintain 300 knots or greater.
270.
Good, clear the 300 knots
Set
or
that.
greater, and we're just
Hey. I think this is as high as we're going.
I'm sorry, say again the last part, American 1804.
So I'm just gonna change this to 210 instead. There you go.
Okay, thanks. Southwest 1302, contact loss, approach 120.6.
Fuel level low. What?
20.6, 1302.
We got 3,800 and we got plenty of fuel. What are you talking about?
Boston Center, good evening, Delta 226, 17,000.
Second time Boston Center, say again.
Delta 226, 17,000.
Land at nearest suitable
Delta
level.
226, Boston Center. Number 27 Papa, contact Boston Center, 128.2. 128.2, the night to go.
I really don't understand how I get myself into these situations.
491 with you. We're at flight level at
I mean,
260.
I've got plenty of fuel.
Yeah, it's 491.
Apparently I'm supposed to land at 2.5, 2005. Please tell me that's not in kilograms.
We're at flight level 260.
I think it's in kilograms.
Okay, just go back to your last assigned frequency, edit your around.
Please tell me it's not in kilograms.
Yeah, we're 17 cross Calverton, Adam 18, 12025.
No, it's in pounds.
3010.
So I don't know what's going on there. I don't actually know how you cancel this message. Is that like an ECAM? Like, I get it. I know you're there. Stop crying.
2717 cross Calverton, Adam 18, 12025 knots. The Kennedy altimeter 3010. 3010, and you should cross Calverton at what altitude? I'm sorry. 12025 knots. This is the third time. I apologize, sir. I could not hear you. 12025 knots. Ship Blue 2717.
Open thy ear holes, then.
Is my volume too loud? What's the issue? Too quiet? What's the issue? You are a little bit too quiet for my ears, sir.
Should I tell him
Thank
not
you.
for mine? Just to really be that guy.
Yes, you're welcome. Your Captain 9 Boston Center is unreadable. Sierra 320 Boston Center, climb and maintain for level 210, and turn right heading 150 to radar vector for traffic.
Alright, so they're going to be landing on 4 right. So I might as well just throw that in now.
Sierra 320, climb and maintain for level 190, turn right heading 150.
ILS 4 right. Insert Winnie.
See, this is why I get studied, because I have to say like 3 or 4 things 3 or 4 times to everybody before you guys listen. 0320, your heading assignment is heading 150. We're heading 150. Yeah, JetBlue 2717, you're right on that one. I do apologize about being from India also as well. It's all good, thanks, man. American 91, contact off at first 120.6.
Alright, 20.6, American 91, good night.
Thank you. I'd say with 2717, I guess that's either second. Yeah, I was going to tell that aircraft that you were calling to turn that heading. He was, his microphone's very low. I couldn't hear a word he said. Yeah, I know. American 18, disregard. Actually, let's do that. American 1804 descend and maintain for level 200. Descend for level 200, American 1804. Delta 2687, descend via the Roebuck 3 arrival, runway 4 right, off and altimeter 3005.
3005, descend via the Roebuck 3 for 4 right, Delta 2687. Alright.
Delta 226.
So Roebuck 3 is to cross Nunzo 6.
Heading 350, Delta 226.
So we set 6,000.
Thank you. Okay. Boston, so good evening, United 2602, 17,000. Yeah, 2062, Boston, Center, climb maintain level 210, maintain at 250 knots. Climb maintain level 210, we'll maintain 250 knots, United 2062. Those are 255, we're having some problem with our
I just need to make sure that everything is good as far as... Yeah, so Goshi winning.
Your own normal speed.
So and clear that. 6,000 there.
Yeah, 0.
Make sure we're heading in the right place, which we are.
6 miles, way northeast, Airbus, level 212, descending for level 200, priority request. Repeat that, sir?
Oh, this guy.
I pointed out traffic, they're no factor for you. You called me, what would you like? Okay, you think about it and get back to me. American 1804 traffic, 10 o'clock, 3 miles to southbound. I don't even know what a TEUP is. I'm sure it's something. I have level 190. For sure. Zero 320, do you have a request, sir?
I'm going to change the volume of ATC.
Yes. What runway are you saying to let me land on? Okay.
Runway 4 right.
Thank you. 4 right.
Delta 1555, fighting 360. JetBlue 2717. We also have a traffic alert, like 5 of them. You should confirm that there's no aircraft around me. Affirmative, nobody within 30 miles or 2,000 feet of you. Roger.
Trying to work out what the deal is here. So,
Set the 226, say the expected further routing after the
260 knots at Roebuck. Between 12,000 and flight level 190. Which means we really should be on the way down.
So we're going to vectors in a second.
Altitude.
0320, turn left, heading.
But it's not
0,
calculated
7,
a vertical path. Which scares me a little bit. And I don't know why. I just... No, you can't do that.
0320, I didn't give you lower, so you need to maintain heading 070.
Maintain heading 070, here at 320.
Yeah, we did that part already, but you have to stay at the altitude I give you to. Maintain flight level 190, 0320, don't descend.
Maintain flight level 1900.
American 1804, descend via the Roebuck 3 arrival, runway 4 right, Boston, altimeter 3005.
I have to use some VS here. Because this is not... This is weird.
Number 2687, you're instructed to descend via the arrival, but you're still flight level 210. So, turn right heading 180, this will be a factor-free descent, and maintain level 210 for now. I'll loop you back around.
Okay, right 180, and we'll maintain the current level, Delta 2687.
Okay, American, no, that's not going to work. Let's try this. JetBlue 2717, contact New York approach 128.12.
Well, that's me wrecked. I I don't know why. It's,
128.12, jet
I mean-
2717 tonight.
between. Oh yeah, shit.
Now, who was asking about vectors and routing?
Yes, sir. Delta 226. I'm on 350 vector for the arrival. Just want to verify
I'm
the
gonna try
arrival,
and
please.
reprogram this because it's actually
Yeah,
screwed
thanks.
me.
It's the Robot 3, but I know you can't do that, so just getting to you. Turn
You know
right
when
at
I was, like,
070
raving about
26,
how
you can
good this
expect
plane
vectors all the way in. It's 0 life 4, right?
It was bug free.
Delta 227, Roger. Heading
Apparently not.
070, and I can pick up the Norwich 7 if that would help.
Not allowed.
No, that's fine. Just down the headings and we'll work it out from there.
Delta 226, Roger.
Thanks. Sierra 320, descend and maintain 11,000. The Boston altimeter 3005.
Positive.
Sierra 320, descend and maintain 11,000. That's Sierra 320, descend and maintain 11,000.
Sierra 320, maintain flight level 11,000.
Delta 579, can I cross approach 120.6?
12.6, good night.
Delta 27, Mike, Boston.
American 1250s with you, level 17,000.
Okay, somebody called me. There was on the landline coordinating. Say again?
I think
Washington Center, American 1250s.
I think what the issue is here is every time
17,000.
I've flown this plane,
American 1260, Boston Center, Roger.
I've never had to do
Delta
things like
2687, turn
speed
right heading
restrictions.
230.
We'll turn right heading 230, Delta 2687.
Delta 2687, descend and maintain 11,000.
Yeah, so I've given it a speed of 270
Is that
knots,
where you
and I think what it's tried to do is like factor that
Delta
270
2687,
knots.
descend and maintain 11,000.
So maintain 1000, Delta 2687.
Sierra 320, left heading 060.
Heading 060 on 020.
American 8114, Boston Center, descend and maintain level 270, say present altitude.
Yeah, Roger, we're with you. We're descending, we're out at 370, 335, 5.
American 1260, clear direct Provy.
Alright. Seatbelts on.
American 1260 is clear direct only.
Yeah, Provy, P-R-O-V-I. Break American 1804, connect Boston, approach 120.6. 120.27, descend American 1804.
Boston Center, delivering 1% Mike, my long voice here.
That's 27 Mike Boston, good evening, descend and maintain level 200.
And for 200,
United 2062, descend COD, rollback to arrival, runway 4 right, and the Boston altimeter 3005.
220 is the minimums.
Send me the rollback to arrival, runway 4 right, United 2062.
Readable 05.
Delta, Crescent Delta 226, maintain 250 knots.
226, maintain 250 knots.
Sierra 320, maintaining flight level 11,000.
Excellent, keep doing the same. Sierra 320, contact Boston, approach 120.6, just continue doing exactly what you're doing.
Can I get the code one more time, please?
120.8.
120.0?
Oh my god.
No, 120.6. 20.6. 120.600.
Info, 120.6. 120.6,
Oh
right?
my god, this fucking guy.
Yeah, that's right.
Alright, thank you.
Tower 2687, turn right heading 360. You can expect to be on that heading for like 40 miles. I'm going to find a way to weed you back into this line up here somehow.
Yeah, it's fine, don't worry. We'll turn right heading 360, Delta 2687.
Okay, so hopefully I can have direct pro before you in like 3-4 minutes, I'll let you know. American 1260, maintain 25 right now.
250 knots, American 1260.
American 8114, descend and maintain level 230.
230, 8114. Boston, South 783, 104
Delta, sorry, who was calling? Oh, sorry, 780, Boston, I thought that was you.
Yeah, through 305 427.
Thank you. Actually, I was trying that. This is the Southwest 780. Just confirm that was you that checked in. Send me to level 270.
Confirm that was Southwest 780.
Okay, perfect, thanks.
This is the United 2062.
2687, expect direct Pro V.
Sorry, say again, 2687?
Delta 2687, expect to go direct Pro V. I will tell you when to do that.
Okay, well, expect direct Proby, Delta 2687. I thought you said direct Kobe?
Thanks.
Altitude.
This is the United 2662.
United 2662, or United 2062, go ahead.
Your last speed restriction for us was maintain 250 knots. Are you okay if we go lower than that?
Actually, I gave you a descent via clearance, so then I will speak to me arrival takeover after that.
Oh, okay. I'm down then, United 2062.
United 2062, amend altitude, descend and maintain 12,000.
So maintain 12,000, United 2062. Also, yeah, 1578, follow 325, setting follow 270.
That was 27 Mike, can I, New York Center 125.32.
Oh no! Why are you slowing down, plane?
New York Center 125.
I did not tell you to do that, and I wasn't concentrating.
You're welcome, Delta 2687, turn left heading 340, expect direct Proby in 15 miles.
Left 340 and roger, Delta 2687.
United 2062, thanks for your help to send via the robot to arrival on my 4 right traffic along your factor.
Continue the weather to
Take it back, this plane is definitely better than it was when we first started, or when we first bought it, or when it first came out, but damn, these bugs are annoying me. I've never had a problem like this before with it. I don't know why it's so bad all of a sudden.
Delta 326, then I maintain 13,000, I've also altimeter 3005.
So maintain 13,000, 3005, Delta 226.
American 8114, correct Pro B, say your speed. American 8114,
go ahead.
speed.
Yeah, Roger. We're at 290 knots. Did you say clear to Crovey, Papa Romeo Oscar Victor India?
Affirmative, that's correct. Brake southwest 780, reduce speed to 280, then descend and maintain level 230.
Yeah, we're at 280 right now, and then descend and maintain 230, so it's 780.
Very good, thank you.
get a right turn very soon. Fingers crossed.
United 2062, contact off approach 120.6. Call approach 120.6, United 2062, good night. Delta 2687, maintain 250 knots, the direct Proby.
250 knots direct Proby, Delta 2687.
Delta 2687, descend via the robot to the arrival, runway 4, right off altimeter 3005.
Descend via the Roebuck 344 right, 3005, Delta 2687.
Delta 226, descend and maintain 1000.
This is Operator Delta 226, sir.
Delta 226, descend and maintain 1000.
So maintain 1000, Delta 226.
Delta 20, direction Delta 226, connect off approach 120.6.
Switch approach 120.6. Have a good night. Thanks for the control.
Nav.
Thanks, American 1260, descend via the Roebuck to the arrival, runway 4, right, Boston altimeter 3005, extend maintain 250 knots.
Look at that, his vectors onto the arrival with a train of people.
And 250 knots to Proby, descend via Roebuck 2,
That
and
is
3005,
cool.
American
Wow.
American 1114, descend via the Roebuck to the arrival, runway 4, right, Boston altimeter 3005.
Now, I don't know if this is now going to recalculate the
Boston Center, Delta 565 with
profile.
you.
I hope it does, but... Oh well, we'll see.
Delta 565, Boston Center, American 1260, descend via the Roebuck to the arrival, runway 4, right.
I'm going to use flap
American
25.
1260, descend via Roebuck 3, 4 right.
Number 999, flighting 180 and descend and maintain 111000.
180 down to 111000, triple 9 left.
Last 99, 2047, flight level 280, the same flight level 270.
United 2047, Boston Center. Number 9 Bravo Echo, connect Boston Center on 128.2.
Add drag. What?
Number 9 Bravo Echo, Boston Center 128.2.
128.2, non-Lava.
Delta 2687, connect Approach 120.6.
20.6, Delta 2687, see it?
United 1578, descend 230.
Standby 1 for Delta 226. Delta 226 is able direct Winnie. Delta 226 clear direct Winnie, reduce speed to 210, descend and maintain 4000. Direct Winnie, speed 210, descend and maintain 4000, Delta 226.
Boston approach, good evening, Delta 2687, 1000 direct Proby and 250 knots.
Delta 2887, Boston approach, good evening, reduce speed 210, you can expect the ILS runway forward approach.
210 on the speed and expect ILS 4 right, Delta 2687. It's still not going to do it, is it?
Sierra 320, turn right 22. Sierra 320, turn right 20 degrees, please. 20 degrees.
Right.
Delta 226 after Winnie, join the runway full right localizer. Delta 226 after Winnie, join the localizer.
I'm hoping I
right.
see this the VS dot move or the
Yeah,
VNAV dot
2062,
move.
just confirm you're going to cross Goshen 6000.
8 yeah, 2062.
I'm just going to go VS. honestly.
Yeah, 2062, contact Boston approach 126.5.
We're over Provi now, so I can do it.
126.5, United 2062.
So we're aiming for Goshi at 6. Do 1,000 feet a minute. I don't need to be so aggressive.
Delta 226, contact Boston approach 126.5. And Delta 226. Okay, Delta 226, descend and maintain 6,000 and switch in Boston approach 126.5. Sierra 320, turn right heading 090, please.
Turn right heading 090.
Delta 2687, reduce speed to 190, descend and maintain 4,000.
Speed 190, descend and maintain 4,000, Delta 2687.
Sierra 320, contact Boston approach 126.5.
Alright, so we got the slats out, we're cleared to
Contact
4,000.
Boston approach 126.5. Have a good evening.
We definitely need the slats out, I'm afraid, at this altitude, at that speed even.
Delta 2687, after Goshi, join the runway 4 right localizer.
After Goshi, join the 4 right localizer, Delta 2687. Let's just check that the ILS is good, it's not even in. Like, okay, it's technically trying to put itself in.
Boston approach, American call 60, receiving robot 38250 knots.
It's almost got it right.
American 1260, Boston approach, information Bravo's current, expect the ILS runway 4 right approach.
No localizer at the
ILS 4 right, American
It's
1260.
okay.
Delta 2687 for traffic, stop your descent at 6,000.
We'll stop descent 6,000, Delta 2687. A bit of speed brake to help it. Otherwise I'm going to do this controller over.
Delta 2687, contact Boston approach 126.5.
26.5, Delta 2687, good night.
American 1260, after Goshi, join the runway 4 right localizer.
Yeah, 2062, maintain 3,500 for now, cancel approach clearance.
Cancel approach clearance, maintain 3,500, United 2062.
Sierra 320, descend and maintain 3,000.
Sierra 0, and maintain at 3,000.
3089er, maintain 170 knots.
Maintain 170 knots, 990.
United 259, tower 128.8. Sierra 320, I'm going to have to resequence you. Chillin's heading 270.
Heading 270.
Boston approach, good evening, Delta 2687, 6.5 for 6.
Delta 2687, Boston approach speed 190, then descend and maintain 4,000.
Okay, 190 and then descend and maintain 4,000, Delta 2687.
Altitude.
Yeah, 2622, got 2 VF aircraft who are purposely getting in the way here, so just keep you a little bit high and I'll get you down, okay?
Sorry, explain to me, 2062.
Sierra 3, that would need to be a left turn. Turn right immediately 270, don't delay. Sierra 320, get the turn in quicker than that.
He's causing problems again.
United 2062, cleared ILS running forward approach, speed 170 until Milton.
Cleared ILS right, 172 Milton, United 2062.
Why can't I hit the...
0320, I need you to respond to me. Turn right 270, don't just sit there quietly.
I'm turning right, heading 270.
Thank you. The last instruction was a left turn at 270. You just turn right into my final. Listen carefully to the instructions. United 2062, contact tower 128.8.
388, United 2062, okay.
Delta 226 over 1, you cleared ILS 4 at approach speed 170 until Melt.
Cleared ILS 4 right, clear, speed 170 until Melt.
Melt, 5 mile final.
Alright, do flap 13.
Roger, Melt,
The
Delta
speed
226.
Korean 089er heavy, descend and maintain 4,000.
Down to 4,000, Korean 990.
Delta 2687, 6 miles from Winnie, cross Winnie at 4,000, cleared ILS running 4 at approach.
Cross 20 at 4, cleared ILS 4 right, Delta 2687.
Delta 2687, speed 190.
Oh yeah, we're 190 now, so we'll keep that Delta 2687. Alright. So we are
320, right, turn, right,
21
090.
miles to the ILS.
Right.
We are good with the
Korean
speed, good with the
89 heavy,
altitude.
turn right heading
Feels a bit low.
310.
Oh well. Lots of planes around.
Right on 310, Korean
A
990.
metric ton of planes around. Lots
Delta
of people getting
226, speed
shouted at.
170 until Melt.
Altitude.
Lots of people getting
Speed
pissed.
170 until Melt, Delta 226.
Delta 226, thanks, tower 128. Actually, let's see, what's there? Make it 160 to Melt, tower
Why
128.8.
not light on? Why not?
160 until Melt,
What
128.8,
are the
Delta
lights can I
226.
put on? Can't put any of those on yet.
Approach New Giant 832 heavy, level 6,000.
Korean 89 heavy, turn right heading 010, it's on the localizer.
Right on 010, for localizer, Korean 990.
China 832 heavy, Boston approach, good evening. Korean 89 heavy, descend and maintain 3,000.
That Korean air came from
Right
Seoul.
3,000, Korean 990.
He's in a
Delta 2687,
7478.
speed 170 until Melt.
170 knots till Milt, or Milt even, 2687.
Thank you. American 1260 Boston approach speed 170, then descend and maintain 4,000, speed
Okay,
first.
we are looking for flap
Speed 170, then descend maintain 4,000, American 1260.
15. Sweet. Localizer. And glide are green. We are being followed by said
0320, turn right
747.
heading 090.
There he is.
Turn right, heading.
Can we make out? There he is. I'm sure you can just make that. That's a 748 right there.
Turn heading to 090.
Perfect. Missed approach altitude is climb to 3,000 feet.
Delta 2687, 170 to Melt, tower 128.8, have a good night.
Okay, we'll... wait, sorry, was that tower at Milk?
You can go now if you want, and Delta 2687, looks like the truck in front of you is also slowing, so let's do... Actually, you're fine, 170 until Melt, tower 128.8.
Okay, 170 till Milt and 128.8 Delta 2687. Good night.
Korean 89 heavy, I need you to down to 3,000, please don't.
Okay, that's us on tower 28.8. Wait for the voice to tune in and we'll give him a call. If it will actually tune in. Range is 12 miles. I might just flick it back and forth, see if I can get it to retune. Yeah, there we go, it's back on. Boston Tower, good evening, Delta 2687, ILS 4 right, 11 miles.
So 2687 Boston Tower, roger.
United 2062, exit left on Romeo without delay.
Alright, let's approach altitude.
Turning left on Romeo 962.
Alright, sure, 630 heavy, runway forward for takeoff, climb and maintain 3000.
There's 630 clear for takeoff up to 3000.
So the 226, caution weight turbulence, departing 767, runway 4 right, clear to land, wind 330 at 7.
Runway 4 right, clear to land, Delta 336. Correction 226.
United 2062, cross runway 4 left on runway 33 right. Correction, cross runway 4 left on November. Then turn, hold short of runway 15 left.
Cross 4 right on November, hold short 15 left, 2062.
This Boston scenery is incredible. Fly Tampa.
Yeah, helicopter November 1457 uniform.
Alright, get down.
1457 uniform, go ahead.
57 uniform
FMS
destination
speed.
Bravo, VFR departure southbound from Martha's Vineyard.
57 uniform, have you talked to
Turn off
delivery
lights on.
all ground yet?
I'm sorry about that. We'll do that right now.
Yeah, no worries, just call them up and get
Flight
us squawk code.
25.
That way I'll be able to see over there and I'll be able
Spoilers
to talk to you
on.
and get you going.
Yeah, sorry about that. I forgot they were on.
We are lit up like a Christmas tree.
General, what's the next
Which is
1990
ironic,
departure?
because it's the 1st of
West
December
Wing
today.
1990, sorry about that, contact departure. Or departure, Hi, sir, 630, contact departure.
Alright.
Contact departure, can you confirm that frequency for us, thanks?
133.0.
Autopilot.
My aircraft.
2.0, thanks for
Let's not screw it up.
Brickyard 87, rolling 9, clear for takeoff.
Tower using American 1677, short of 4 right, correction 4 left on Kilo for runway 9.
American 16, Lieutenant American 1677 calling.
Affirm.
1000.
Good evening, Boston Tower. Korean airliner heavy approaching runway 4 right.
American 1677, cross runway 4 left on Kilo, taxi Mike.
So busy. You got a guy just taking off of 9. You can see him there.
Delta 2687, runway 4 right to land, wind 330 at 7.
Right on 4 right, Delta 2687.
Korean Air 89 heavy, Boston Tower, good evening, wind 330 at 7, runway 4 right, clear to land, following a 717 on the 2 mile final.
I don't know what to vacate.
500.
Wind is right across the runway.
Richard 87, contact departure.
400.
Delta 226, taxi via Yankee,
Approaching
join
minimum.
runway 33 right, cross runway 4 left, then turn left on November.
Delta 226, taxi Yankee,
Minimum.
left on
Continue.
33 right, cross 4 left and left in November.
You got it.
100.
American 1677, runway 9 left on wait.
50.
Runway 9
40,
miles away, American
30.
1677.
20. 10.
American 1260, the ILS, all right.
American 1260, Washington Tower, good evening, caution weight turbulence, following a heavy 747 on a 4 mile final, wind 330 at 7, runway 4 right, clear to land.
All right, clear there, American 1260.
United 2062, cross runway 15 left on November, hold short runway 15 right.
Cross 15 right, short 15 right, 2062.
India Charlie Echo, go ahead.
India Charlie Echo, we're ready coming for a full stop landing.
India Charlie Echo, contact, actually, here, let's see. India Charlie Echo, flight heading 130.
That was a long rollout.
Flight heading 130 for India Charlie Echo.
So the 2687, disregard. American 6. United 2062, ground point 9er.
Ground point 9, United 2062, we'll take.
Delta 226, ground point 9er.
Ground point 9 Delta 226.
Right, speed brakes in. Flaps coming in.
Towers, American 1314, holding short of 4 left on Echo.
The taxi lights on, ground turn-offs on. We'll roll it to here for now. Turn the weather radar off.
$1677, rolling under, clear for takeoff.
Takeoff, American 1677.
India Charlie Echo, runway 4 left, cleared to land, wind 330 at 7.
So land runway 4 left, India Charlie Echo.
American 1260, traffic 12 o'clock, 3 miles, westbound turning final, or actually eastbound turning final, a 152, and he's at 1,400.
American 1260, you got a traffic type.
Maintain visual separation with that traffic, please.
American 1260.
American 1314, thanks for your patience. Continue holding short traffic on a 2-mile final.
All right, continue holding short, American 1314.
Delta 2680, hold short runway 4 left on November.
We'll hold short of 4 left on November, Delta 2687.
Air 89 heavy, follow the traffic ahead, hold short of runway 15. Correction, hold short of runway 4 left on November.
There's someone behind us. Oh yeah? The 748's behind us? No way.
November,
American 1677, contact departure.
Departure, good day, American 1670.
Now with 4.4,
Tower helicopter November
all of
145.
this snow-related texturing, because it's got PBR and P3D 4.4,
November 145,
will
uniform,
look
Boston Tower,
insanely good.
remain
Way better than it
west
does now.
of the runway 4 right, extend the center line at all times. VFR at or below 2,000. Departure from the ramp will be at your own risk. Report airborne on this frequency.
Look at that. Korean Air Cargo.
Remain west of
What
the
a beast.
center line and at all times, and including the
I've
Bravo
not done a
below
748
2000.
video, have I?
And
I
we'll
might,
contact
I
you
might
in
do
the
one
air.
of those next.
Departures at our own risk.
I might do the
550.
Atlas Air from Miami to Santiago with that new Santiago scenery.
American 1314, cross runway 4 left on Echo, taxi via Mike.
Cross 4 left on Echo, taxi via Mike, American 1314.
American Airlines.
India Charlie Echo, exit left on runway 33 left.
Oh, 767, yes.
Exiting left on runway 33 left, India Charlie Echo.
Oh look, Norwegian 787.
Looks like you made correct, that's fine. Hold short of Bravo, contact ground point Niner.
Delta 747.
So 2687, cross runway 4 left, hold short of 15 left on November.
We'll cross 4 left and 15 left on November. We'll hold short Delta 2687.
Korean Air 89 heavy, cross 4, follow the traffic ahead, cross 4 left, hold short 15 left.
Cross runway 04 left here, heavy.
Rolling 527 heavy, Boston Tower, cross runway 4 left on Kilo, taxi via Mike.
Cross 4 left right, Kilo, and taxi on Mike, Boeing 527 heavy.
American 1260, welcome to Austin taxi via Yankee, join runway 33 right.
Yankee 23 right, American 1260.
Delta 2687, cross runway 15 left on November, hold short of runway 15 right, and contact ground point Niner.
Cross 15 left on November, then we'll hold short of 15 right, ground 1219, Delta 2687's here.
November 57 uniform, radar contact 1400, maintain VFR.
Hey, we'll maintain VFR head southbound now. We're going to climb to 210 and keep it there, Fox in uniform.
Roger.
American 1314, runway Niner, the takeoff, wind 330 at 7.
Tower, American 1314, you cut out at the end. Was that a clear takeoff?
1314A, affirmative, runway Niner, clear for takeoff.
Runway 9 clear for takeoff, American 1314.
There's 15 left.
American 1260 on runway 33 right to cross runway 4 left, then turn left on November.
Cessna there. Ugh. Why is there a Cessna in Boston?
November, American.
Look at it go, it's nailing.
Runway 527 heavy, runway 9 line up and wait.
Runway 527 line up and wait after the...
Boston ground, good evening, Delta 2687, November, shuttle 15 right.
Delta 2687, Boston ground, good evening, taxi by November Alpha Echo cross runway 15 right.
November Alpha Echo cross 15 right, Delta 2687. So we're on November right now. Alpha's the second left. That Cessna's gone. There he is. Probably going to like the GA place or wherever it is over there. I've flown a BizJet out of here and they parked over there, so I guess that's where they are. There's a Korea now. Oh my! The A319 took over him.
NHL Acres Generation Center. Thanks for the services today, Sam. Have a good night.
767.
Thanks for flying.
What a beauty. The flight factor 767 just got an update. And they model all the individual engines now as opposed to it just having one. Although it did have separate models, but it didn't model the sounds or the performance or anything like that. But it does now. And the Rolls-Royce, and actually all of the engine sounds are done by the Blue Sky people that did the FS Labs. They did a bunch of A320 sounds. They did 777 sounds. And it sounds like an absolute
American
tank.
1260 Boston ground.
It's amazing. What is this thing that's flying? Oh, it's a United 7-3. Right, Echo is the first right. See, get the line of traffic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Hurricane 67 Charlie had the Boston ground evening push on to Alpha as approved. Expect runway 9 for departure.
Ground, American
Little
1260,
jumbo
only
jet.
short, one side left.
Right, we'll do 1228. We'll pretend we are, wow, shot away there quite fast. We'll pretend we're cleared into the gate by ramp control, which is technically we are. We'll go around the corner where all the other deltas are. And the southwest, just lurking around. Turn off these now, we don't need them. They served their purpose. Here's the familiar tails. Canada there. Parking brake set. And we will operate the jetway. Here it comes. Deboard the aircraft. Go beacon light off. Everything else is off. It's a relatively straightforward plane, to be honest. We will open the cargo doors. Here it comes. And we'll open the passenger door. Perfect. I don't know why the jetway's gone invisible. And it's also got different pieces missing. But you get the point. That looks so good. I want to get a picture of the jetway. Maybe from this side. Wow, I don't know why it's so invisible. That's really awkward. Can't get a screenshot because it's really, really, really bad. Anyway, landing rate on that was -1. What a greaser. But yeah, there you go. So that's what I've been up to this Friday night. If any of you heard yourself on frequency or indeed did fly for the Boston event, let me know how you found it. I always find the Boston ATC to be really, really good. They do a fantastic job. And although I got spiced by the VNAV profile or the profile on this plane, I should have worked it out myself, really. But hey ho, you win some, you lose some. But yeah, getting back into the swing of videos now. I hope anyway. Never say never, but we should be good. And as I said before, it's December the 1st. So if you celebrate Christmas, it's now the run-up officially to Christmas. I hope you got all your advent calendars ready and made your Christmas list to Santa and all of that jazz. But again, thanks for watching. Appreciate the support. And until the next video, take care of yourself, and ta-ra for now.